السلام عليكم. نعم. الحمد لله. تمام. وقت الشمس يعني البروزون كل حاجة تحت الشمس فوق منك مش مجال كده فضل فكرة الشمس هنا. نعم. هو التنفس هو الشيء النفسي زيادة يعني انت لا في فرض ولا في سنة ولا في اي حاجة. افضل تعمل حاجات زي انا عايز تكوي شوية قرآن في الفترة عايز تصلي عشان تاخد لا عايز تدي عشان تاخد حسنات أو من بعد الفجر لغاية شروق الشمس. لا هو قبل الشمس هو لغاية شروق الشمس اللي هو التنفس ايوه نفس الكلام يرجع نفس الكلام. انما لو انت ما صليتش الفجر انت نمت وقمت مثلا بعد اذان الفجر بشويه خد بالك لغايه قبل الشمس هتصليت والشمس طلعت او قبل الشمس بتطلع فاهمني؟ يبقى تعمل ايه؟ صلاه الفجر ما تصليش الصبح تصلي الصبح فاهمني؟ تصلي حتى بعد ما طلعت الشمس خد بالك. وعشان كده النبي يعني انما لو انت صليت الفجر وقته تمام صليت السنه ممنوع التنفس يكره مش حرام يعني بس يكره التنفس من وقت صلاه الفجر بعد ما تصلي الفجر لغايه الشمس. التنفس زي ما قلت لك اللي هو الشيء الزياده. انما لو انت توضيت على تدخل المسجد تمام في حاجه اسمها سنه الوضوء. بالك في حاجه اسمها سنه الوضوء في سنه تحيات المسجد. بالك قالوا الاثنين دول جايزين نقل بالليل لان الصلاه لها سبب قال المنهي عنه الصلاه التي ليس لها سبب. الصلاه التي ليس اللي هي الايه؟ اللي هي التنفس. تبقى واحد عايز يتنفس ملهاش سبب. انما صلاه دخول المسجد او تحيه المسجد بسببها دخول المسجد مش واجب بس فيه سنه عن الصلاه. اذا فعلت نفس واجب ما فعلت عليكم الصلاه تمام أحسن أجر بس ما فيهاش نفس الشيء بعد صلاة العصر. عليكم الصلاة والسلام. بعد صلاة العصر صلاة العصر ما ينفعش تصلي بعد لغاية هو التنفس الكلام عن التنفس الصلاة اللي لها سبب زي ما بيقولوا في صلاة جنازة حضر الجنازة في العصر صلينا العصر يقولوا حرام لا دي لها سبب سببها صلاة الجنازة سببها حضور الجنازة مثلا صلاة تحية المسجد دخلت المسجد صلاة تحية المسجد دي لها سبب حتى لو انت صليت العصر ده وقت النهي وقت النهي عن الصلاة فيه هو من بعد صلاة الفجر من بعد الشروق من بعد العصر ظهر الظهر هو وقت التوبة الشمس بتطلع على الرب مش لما تيجي تكلمك زي الظل كده ولا كده لو عملت هنا كيك تقول لك الظل تحت انت عملت ده اسمه وقت الصلاة اول ما تتحرك شوية الشمس انا عملت الصلاة على هم هنا بيحطوا في الكلام العربي بيحطوا الناس اللي بتستميل ده شيء كويس عندنا في مصر الكلام المصري بدل كده على ساحل البحر على ساحل البحر البلد هاي فيها ناس كتير وفيها أشكال البحر فبيجيبوا ملح وبيجيبوا شكلات فوقها ملاحي فوقها عندنا كان الراجل الواحد في المنطقة بص الشجرة كده بدل ما نمشي في الدنيا تشتغل على فعلا بتاع نص ساعة يقول لك هتشتي كتير هتشتي قليل يبص للسما زي ما كل شيء يمشي في مصر ويقول لك لا مش هتشتي ازاي عرف هو خلاص هو كده ما بيشتغل في البحر البحر بيستخدمه الحاجات دي عشان احنا زي الزراعة وبيخدموا معانا الشاب مع الشغلات اليدوية مش مراكب بقى اليدوية ده كان ايام زمان كنا بنقول كده شوف الأول ده يعرف انه يكتشف بعد الشهر بعد الشهر ده يجي مصر كتير هيجي من الناحية دي حديث لك هذا المطر هينزل الخوف بتاعه ده لأن دي حياته والإنسان بيتعلم الخبرة بيتحاسب بيعرفوا عن طريق حكمة على المهمة شوية كتير مش هذا التكتشف طلع عمل عشان المشروع حاول هذا بيعملوا كأن حرب خارجين من الجيش المصري كل واحد يتربع مع بعض يتربوا على طبعا الظروف هنا مشروع نفسه معين وعشان يجابوا فكانوا بيعرضوا هم الحاجات الصفات ده لأن الصفات الصفات الخلفية هم كانوا بيدرسوا عنها بس عشان خلاص السنة مش بالميزان هو ما احتملناش حتى بعد ما طلعنا وقتها عارفين ان ده مش خلص انما اللي جالس في البادية زي ما بنقول يعني في البادية على طول وزي ما بقول الحاجة العربية حاجة الواحد لما يحتاج حاجة بيفكر بعمل ايه عشان تساعدني في الشغل ده انا بجيب خشب احطها كده واعمل كده ومش عارف ايه يعني شوية ناس بتتطور في الخشب او الجعل او البتاع والحاجات طورت حاجة معينة العربية الكرسي كذا تشميل وشكله كان هنا اليوم لأن الشاشة دي متغيرة، فشكله كان هنا طبعا.
أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وإذ ابتلى إبراهيم ربه بكلمات فأتمهن قال إني جاعلك للناس إماما قال ومن ذريتي قال لا ينال عهد الظالمين قال الله عز وجل يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون قال الله عز وجل يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما صدق الله العظيم. Brothers and sisters, today is the first day of the Hajj. The days of Hajj are approaching us, where Hajj is the single most greatest human gathering on the face of this planet. And every tradition and every rite that we have upon Hajj is all to commemorate one person, our Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. Ibrahim alayhi salam is the greatest and most respected human being on the face of this planet because the main religions of this world are all from the Abrahamic tradition. Christianity, Judaism, and Islam are all called Abrahamic religions because the beliefs of Ibrahim alayhi salam are powered through them. Many say that the faith of Hinduism is also part of the belief, that the teachings of Ibrahim had reached them. That's why the main god, the biggest god of the Hindu religion is called Brahman. From Ibrahim. And Ibrahim alayhi salam is so great that he's mentioned in the Quran over 70 times. And the Prophet ﷺ looks up to Ibrahim a.s. in many ways. Ibrahim a.s. was born at a time where polytheism was vast and spread throughout the nation. And him at a young age was believed in monotheism from the start. The faith of monotheism in one God was put into him. So Ibrahim a.s. is so great that the Prophet ﷺ, one time a man came to him and exclaimed to him and addressed the Prophet, "Oh, greatest of humankind, greatest of mankind." And the Prophet, in his humble manner and modest manner, he responded to him, "No, that is not me, that is Ibrahim." Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, قَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي إِبْرَاهِيمَ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ. There's only one time in the Quran that Allah tells the Prophet ﷺ to look up to someone. And he says, you have been given Ibrahim and use him as a role model. Use him as a guide. So Ibrahim alayhi salam was born at a time when polytheists were vast. Many believed in the sun, the moon, the angel, the stars, and the idols. But Ibrahim alayhi salam from a young age is monotheist. And he turns to his father and he exclaims, Ya Abati, in the most kind and wisest manner, he tells him, Ya Abati, O father, what do you gain from worshipping these idols? What do you gain? They don't talk to you, you can't communicate with them, they don't harm you, they don't benefit you. What do you gain from worshipping the sun and the moon and the stars? His father was furious with him. Imagine at a young age, a child standing up for his father's beliefs, something that his father holds on to him very dear. The bravery and the respect it takes to do that in a kind manner is very difficult. So once his father refuted and was angry with him, he turns to the civilization in general. He turns to his community. Him, Ibrahim alayhi salam, as one person, stands up in front of many people. And nowadays, when we stand up as minorities, as a group of people, it's very difficult for us to get justice. But Ibrahim alayhi salam was one person, and he stood up in front of many people. So Ibrahim alayhi salam stands up in front of his whole community, and he tells them, why do you guys believe in these things? He explains to them in a form of da'wah that he says that the sun is my creator, the moon is my creator, the stars are my creators. But yet truly he did not believe this. He wanted to make a point to them. He wanted to disprove their notions one by one. Then he goes through the list. He says the sun cannot be your creation because of this. The moon cannot be your creator because of this. The stars cannot be your creators because of this. Yet the creator of all these creations must be our creator. There's only one creator, and that's who I will worship. The people at his time were very ignorant and very disbelieving. And they did not accept anything he said. He was one person standing in front of many people who were against him. So throughout his time of giving da'wah to these people, he was tested through trials and tribulations. He was tormented. And he was ridiculed left and right. But he did not back away from the truth because he believed in the truth. Once he broke the idols, it was a breaking point for these people. That this person, Ibrahim, he's doing too much. We need to stop him. So the king, Minhaj, he was against Ibrahim very much. And he bought him a fire. And the fire was placed in front of Ibrahim alayhi salam, and he was told, refute what you say, take back and revoke everything you have said, and we will not harm you. But Ibrahim alayhi salam said, no, I believe in the truth, I believe in justice, and I will stay here and stand with my word. So they said, very well, let it be. So he was thrown into the fire, and Allah says in the Quran, قُلْنَا يَا نَارُ كُونِي بَرْدًا وَسَلَامًا عَلَى إِبْرَاهِيمَ. That we told the fire, instead of being warm and hot, be a coolness and comfort for Ibrahim. And at this time, Ibrahim alayhi salam had so much faith in Allah. وَمَنْ يَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ. Believe in Allah, rely on Allah, and He will be sufficient for you. So Ibrahim alayhi salam was thrown into the fire. And everybody thought he was gonna come out harmed, he was gonna come out burnt and maybe even die. But he comes out in perfect condition, and they're astonished at this miracle. They believe it's some kind of magic, it's a trickery. So they cast him away. They cast Ibrahim alayhi salam as a young man away from the town that he grew up in. The people around him, they casted him away. They threw him away. So he says, if you're not going to take my word, let it be. I will leave. When he's leaving, he tells his father, Salamun alayka astaghfiru laka rabbi. O Father, I send peace upon you, and may Allah guide you and bless you. His own father was against him. It was so easy for Ibrahim alayhi salam to indulge in these mainstream ideas. It would have been too easy for him. But look at Ibrahim alayhi salam, brothers and sisters, we learn a lesson from him. Whatever we believe in, if it's the truth and if it's justice, we stand up for it. We don't back down. We stand up for the truth, we become brave. Even though it is wrong, doesn't mean we have to indulge in it. If everyone is doing something one way and you know it's wrong, you don't have to give in to those temptations. You don't have to do what everyone else does. So Ibrahim alayhi salam, he cast it away from his own hometown. And at this point in history, he becomes the first person in history to immigrate due to religious freedom. Ibrahim alayhi salam is the first Hajj, he's the first person to immigrate due to religious freedom. This shows that the greatest ni'mah we have of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the freedom to worship Him. If we can't worship Him in one place, we get up and go to a different place and worship Him. If we can't worship Him in one place, we fight for those rights to worship Him. This is the greatest blessing that Allah has bestowed upon us. So Ibrahim alayhi salam is casted away and he goes on to marry Hajar. First he marries Sarah, but he cannot have any offspring with him. And Ibrahim alayhi salam is very old at this time. So he needs offspring, he needs righteous children to carry on his legacy. He's going to die very soon, that's what he thinks. So he needs a righteous son. So Ibrahim alayhi salam prays to Allah. And in the famous dua he says, Rabbi habali min as-salihin. Oh Allah, grant me with a righteous son. Oh Allah, grant me with a righteous son. So at first Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses him with a nephew, a convert by the name of Lot. And Lut is sent to the towns of Sodom and Gomorrah. And these are evil towns that Lut has been sent to give da'wah. So one day Ibrahim alayhi salam was standing there and a group of angels, 2 angels, come by Ibrahim alayhi salam and they were on their way to Lut, to the city of Sodom and Gomorrah, to destroy them. Allah's punishment was decreed upon them. Ibrahim alayhi salam, first he was told that your prayers have been answered. You will be blessed with a righteous offspring. He was very happy at this time. And then he was told that we are on our way to Sodom and Gomorrah to destroy these evil places. And Ibrahim alayhi salam, what we learn from him is his kind and tender heart. These are people that are decreed 100% punishment from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's no denying Allah's actions. He decreed these punishments on these people. And Ibrahim alayhi salam, in return to the angels, he argues with them. Spare these people. Give them more time. Maybe they'll come to the right path. But these angels say, once Allah has decreed something, He does not take it back. Brothers and sisters, in today's culture, in today's world, we have evil people, we have sinners, or we look down upon them. We act sarcastic around them. We make fun of them and ridicule them. But Ibrahim alayhi salam, these are people that were decreed punishment from Allah, the greatest. The people around us, they can change at any time. But yet, look at his tender and soft heart. Brothers and sisters, this is what we should have in us. So Ibrahim alayhi salam is blessed with a righteous offspring. He has a progeny at last, Ismail alayhi salam. When Ismail alayhi salam was born to Hajra and Ibrahim alayhi salam, his wife Sarah was jealous. So she tells them, leave Ismail, leave Hajra, leave them. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells Ibrahim, leave them in the desert. So in modern day Makkah, he's left Ismail alayhi salam and Hajra in the desert. Very, very little food, very, very little water. Ibrahim alayhi salam is told by Allah to not say anything. So when Hajra asks him, why are you doing this? Your son is crying, Ismail, he's an infant. And I'm begging you. How come you're doing this? You are merciful, you are compassionate. There's no way you would do this. Ibrahim alayhi salam says nothing. When he starts walking away, Hajra has this thought in her head that he's so merciful, he's so compassionate. The only reason he might be doing this is because it's the commandment of his Lord. So she asks him, oh Ibrahim, oh husband, are you doing this because it's the commandment of your Lord? And he simply nods. So she says, well, let it be then. Very well. Allah will take care of us. So Ibrahim alayhi salam leaves his son, his most precious thing, his most precious son, his progeny that he prayed for very, very long, and his wife in the middle of a desert with very little food, very little water. Very difficult task to ask somebody to do that. So Hajra, whatever water she had, she fed to the infant, and there was very, very little water, and she runs out. And then she runs to the mountains of Safa, and she runs to the mountains of Marwa. She runs back 7 times. She knows in her heart that Allah will take care of us. But she thinks it's in a form of transportation. A caravan is walking by. Some people are walking by. They have water, they have food. But yet she does not know that when she comes back to Ismail alayhi salam, the angel Jibreel comes down and with one peck of his wing gushes out water from the feet of Ismail alayhi salam. So much water gushes out, and she starts screaming, "Zam, zam, zam, zam. Stop, stop." And her child's thirst is quenched, and they're satisfied with what they have. Again, Hajra radiallahu anhu, being with Ibrahim alayhi salam, taught her a lot. وَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُكَ. Believe in Allah, rely on Allah, and He's sufficient for you. Until this day, millions of people around the globe, from every faith, from all the people in the religion, they come together for this one purpose. They run from Safa, they go to Marwa 7 times for this tradition, in commemoration of Hajra and what she did at that time. So Ibrahim alayhi salam is away from Ismail alayhi salam and Hajra. And he's ordered from Allah a very, very special order to go back, and you need to slaughter your son for a sacrifice. I command you to do this. Ibrahim alayhi salam is very uncertain of this. He's very scared. Imagine slaughtering your only son, your only progeny, who's going to carry on your legacy throughout the time. And at this, Ibrahim alayhi salam goes back and he tells his son, "I'm going to have to slaughter you, son." And look at the faith and look at the obedience that Ismail alayhi salam, as a teenager, 13, 14 years old, had towards Ibrahim alayhi salam. He says, "Oh Father, I too believe in Allah. If it's His commandment, then do it. If it's His commandment, then do it. Slaughter me. Take me as a sacrifice." What Ibrahim alayhi salam did not know that this was a test from Allah. He did not know this, so Allah was testing him. So he lays down his son Ismail, his beloved son, and he was about to sacrifice him when up appears Shaitan. Shaitan appears in front of him and he starts bringing in temptations and whispers. He says, "Why would you do this? Are you crazy? Have you gone mad? Why would you ever slaughter your only son?" Ibrahim alayhi salam knows that this is Shaitan, the curse, and he starts throwing pebbles at him. He starts throwing rocks at him. And he throws it 7 times at Shaitan. And then he moves away from that area. He picks up Ismail alayhi salam, takes him to a different area. Shaitan comes back to him for a second time. And he starts the same temptations. He starts the same talk. Ibrahim alayhi salam again throws 7 pebbles at him. And then he picks up Ismail alayhi salam, brings him back to the 3rd place. And in the same place, Shaitan, he keeps talking to Ibrahim alayhi salam. "Why would you do this again? What is wrong with you? This is your only son." Ibrahim alayhi salam becomes very angry with Shaitan and again throws pebbles at him. Until this day at the Jumu'ah, Jumu'ah Sughra, people throw rocks, millions of people annually, every year. They throw rocks at these pillars. These pillars aren't Shaitan. This action that you do when you throw these rocks are a symbol of the prophetic ways of Ibrahim alayhi salam. If there's a commandment by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and you are standing in front of it, nothing in between will come in between the commandment of Allah and you. You destroy anything, any temptations, any sayings, any whispers that you have from the righteous commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Ibrahim alayhi salam is getting ready to sacrifice Ismail alayhi salam. And as he was doing it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "Stop, this is just a test for you. Here, sacrifice this ram. Sacrifice this animal instead." And Ibrahim alayhi salam had eventually passed this test. So Ibrahim alayhi salam in his many times, he's given so many tests and tribulations throughout his time. But how did he pass these tests and tribulations? As any normal human being like us, we go through these tests and tribulations every day. And looking at Ibrahim alayhi salam's life and the lessons and stories that we can read about him, how he did it, well, he did it through his actions. He did it through his strength, his bravery, and his faith towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we look up to Ibrahim alayhi salam as the ayah I read earlier. وَإِذِ إِبْرَاهِيمَ رَبُّهُ بِكَلِمَاتٍ فَأَتَمَّهُنَّ. Truly we gave Ibrahim so many tests, so many tribulations, but he came out successful. Why? Look at him, look at his actions, look at how he did stuff, how he took the faith and bravery and justice and the truth all above anything else. So brothers and sisters, may Allah give us a tawfiq to follow in the footsteps of Ibrahim alayhi salam and to follow in his beliefs and his prophetic way May Allah bless us all and take us all from shaitan and his temptations. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المؤمنين والمسلمات إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا محمدا عبده ورسوله. أما بعد، إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آل محمد وبارك وسلم. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم انصر المسلمين في كل مكان. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. ربنا إنك جامع الناس ليوم لا ريب فيه إن الله لا يخلف الميعاد. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به. واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا. واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا. أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. أقم الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
لا إله إلا الله. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. وإذ قال إبراهيم رب اجعل هذا البلد آمنا واجنبني وبني أن نعبد الأصنام رب إنهن أضللن كثيرا من الناس فمن تبعني فإنه مني ومن عصاني فإنك غفور رحيم. ربنا إني أسكنت من ذريتي بواد غير ذي زرع عند بيتك المحرم ربنا ليقيموا الصلاة فاجعل أفئدة من من الناس تهوي إليهم وارزقهم من الثمرات من الثمرات لعلهم يشكرون ربنا إنك تعلم ما نخفي وما نعلن وما يخفى على الله من شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. الحمد لله الذي وهب لي على الكبر إسماعيل وإسحاق إن ربي لسميع الدعاء رب اجعلني مقيم الصلاة ومن ذريتي ربنا وتقبل دعاء ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Happy month of Zulhijj to everybody. I'm especially thankful to our chef. He has been Hafiz, he has been Qari, and he has been conducting Taraweeh prayer at Minhaj-ul-Quran over the past 3 years. And I welcome him being here with us. He is the oldest son of our chef, Chef Hasil Khan. And we are blessed of having him in the community. And I would appreciate if our children are going to come up and sit here with our Shayyukh and they're going to educate them how to come up at the stage and to get the lead of these masajids in future. Jazakallah. A few announcements quick. As you have seen that Eid al-Adha, mashallah, is coming up. It will be on Sunday, August 11th, and Eid prayer will be only one Eid prayer up here because there are a lot of Eids going on in the community. It will be at 9 o'clock. There will be some breakfast and some welcoming party up here early morning after the Eid, and please come and join us with your friends and family. As you know that our Sunday school open house was last week. We, mashallah, have a good response from the community. We do have some early registration this coming Sunday at 10 o'clock. School going to open at 10:45. The people who have not registered their children will be here from 10 to 11, and please come and join. Inshallah, we are also opening a drawing program for the younger children who are not really school going, but they are from age 3 and 5, and they have been trained enough to take care of their needs. Our Sheikh Yusuf Al-Ajami, mashallah, he is the one who is taking the lead to conduct the program. It will be from Monday through Thursday. It will be 4 to 5 hours program. It means the children are going to come around 10 o'clock in the morning, and they're going to spend a few hours with us. For the details, please meet our Sheikh Yusuf Al-Ajami, and he will definitely explain. The people who have not yet decided for their Qurbani, we have the envelope as well as the box up there. Please deposit it, because by tomorrow we have to submit to Minhaj Welfare Foundation. If you look around and see the Minhaj Welfare Foundation, they have been raising their own cattle and animals, and so it's the cheapest of everything. It means one part going to cost $60, and one lamb going to cost $100. And you will see in the community, whatever the flyers you have been getting in, price is double. So make sure, please also consider your contribution to Syria, because these are the countries who are under stress, and they need special help at this time.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد النبي على عباده والصالحين. اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام، تباركت يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. اللهم أعني على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار، وقنا عذاب القبر، وقنا عذاب الحشر، وقنا عذاب الميزان. ربنا إنك جامع الناس ليوم لا ريب فيه، إن الله لا يخلف الميعاد. وصلى الله تعالى على رسول خير خلقه محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.
तबीयत कैसे है आपकी? खरीद हैं? ठीक है, तबीयत ठीक है आपकी?
आपसे मेज पे थोड़ा सा कमेंट था।
जी जी
हम शुरू में दो स्टॉल है,
जी जी
एक है हैंडीकैप का, उसके बाद
जी जी
ये जो बीच में जो गैप है उसको भी अगर हम बंद कर दें।
वो पता है क्या हुआ, हमने किया हुआ था क्या, वो क्या हुआ कि वो बच्चे जो है ना, वो बच्चे खींच के निकाल दें थोड़ा सा दरवाजे के साथ में छोटे से।
नहीं, वो तो डोर गैप है, बीच में जो वॉल है नीचे से उसको जैसा एक साइड का ब्लैंक लगाना,
जब उसको बंद कर देंगे।
हाँ,
दो
दो
पार्ट
के बीच में
जो है ना पार्टीशन कह रहे हो नीचे से बंद कर देंगे।
अच्छा जो नीचे वाली, अच्छा
हाँ।
अच्छा अच्छा
दो पार्टीशन
हाँ तो बंद करा दें। अच्छा वो जो दरमियान में पार्टी, अच्छा उसका उसका पूरा नहीं बंद हो सकती, लेकिन दो तीन नीचे से रखते हैं जितना भी वाटर फ्लो होता है ना,
साइड पे जो है वो
समझ गया दोनों साइड पे ओपन है, एक साइड पे
वो जो हमने बंद कर दिया,
एक तरफ
बाहर वाला था ना
वो बंद
वो बंद कर दिया,
जो सिंक साइड जो फेसिंग है वो बंद है, तो मेरे को ख्याल हुआ कि अगर रिजर्व में कर दिए तो
हाँ हाँ हाँ, वो ठीक है, वो इंशाल्लाह वो कर देंगे। पहले किसी ने बताया नहीं, वो उसने कहा कि अभी कर देंगे।
क्या है?
अच्छा